Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, for convening this important hearing and for Representative Zinke introducing legislation H.R. 8952. The Crow Revenue Act is critical for ensuring the continued operation of the Bull Mountains mine, providing stability and alleviating concerns about its potential closure. Montana and its tribes rely on coal production from Bull Mountain Mine to sustain good-paying jobs and to generate essential tax revenue for government services. The ongoing efforts by this administration to restrict coal production in Montana have far-reaching consequences that extend beyond energy access for our state, the nation, and the world. In 2023, coal royalties for Montana state trust lands contributed $46 million to our public schools. Losing these funds would lead to severe shortages and force difficult decisions that can compromise high-quality education that our children receive. Moreover, this bill is essential for addressing the economic hardships facing the Crow tribe. It's not just a land swap, it's a lifeline that assures the future of the Crow tribe, supports Montana's children, and strengthens our national security. I urge my colleagues across the aisle to carefully weigh these significant implications before opposing this legislation simply because of its connection to coal. This bill is about much more than coal. It's about protecting America's interests and preserving the Western way of life in Montana. Chairman Whiteclay, thank you so much for being here today. It's great to see you again. Could you please comment on the ranking member's comments that the Crow will not share in any of these coal royalties?
Yes, those statements are completely false. The Crow tribe will benefit in the realm of, I want to say on an estimated $100 million to the Crow tribe, $10 million for 10 years. And that would significantly help with the Crow tribe, seeing as we had a 90% reduction in our revenue to the Crow tribe from the Absalogan mine.
Thank you so much. Now, $100 million may not mean much in this city because they spend billions, but I can tell you something. In the state of Montana, $100 million is a lot. Our entire annual budget for the state is $7 billion, roughly. $7 billion for the entire state. $10 million a year for 10 years to the Crow Agency is a large amount. Chairman Clay, in your testimony, you discussed the economic challenges faced by your tribe. Could you explain the do not pay list process and its impact on your tribe's economic standing?
Yes, thank you. The Crow tribe was unjustly put on the do not pay list, which is a punitive action that was not made for tribes, and it restricts the Crow tribe from receiving any federal grants, funds, or awards from the federal government. And we were put on there for the last 4 years, and we currently are off now.
Thank you so much. Mr. Johnson's testimony describes coal as a declining industry, suggesting it's unreliable for funding essential services and infrastructure, disregarding the fact that the Biden administration and radical environmentalists are regulating coal out of business, not natural market conditions. With that perspective in mind, how does your tribe plan to use the increased funds from this legislation?
The increased funds from this legislation will go to fund everything from the Crow tribe, from social services. The MMIW is ground zero. My reservation is ground zero in the MMIW. We had 78 search and rescues this year alone for missing murdered indigenous, and it funds everything from social programs to the elderly funds to just about everything on the Crow reservation. We had to do that because we did not receive any federal grants or awards in my administration.
Thank you so much. Mr. Johnson, thank you for being here. Please share my greetings to Ann Hedges. I haven't seen her in quite some time, and we did a lot of work in the state legislature. You referenced the potential for a boom and bust scenario resulting from this legislation. Are you suggesting that the Crow tribe is incapable of responsibly managing its finances and preparing for future economic changes?
Representative, no. and we fully support the tribe pursuing funding. However, part of the reason that we're here today is because of what happened on the reservation recently, in which the Absaloka mine shut down, and it lost its only customer, the Sherburne Generating Station in Minnesota, and that was a significant shortfall for the tribal budget. Now, that's just indicative of a much larger issue across the United States. Over the
Mr.
past-
Johnson, I have to reclaim my time because Ashley is gone, and now I have to yield back to the chairman. But I appreciate that you believe that the tribe should be able to manage their own affairs. And Mr. Chair, as you could see, the chairman was actually disagreeing with some of those statements, so someone may want to inquire as to what he was referring to.